so much trending more than agriculture is doing so. Yet when you come to think of it, everything that revolves around fashion is coming from agriculture, from the skins that they use to print the bags to the very leather that they use to make the shoes that you wear. Why is it that these things are not given the main kind of focus and agenda when it comes to trending and acceptance? And as I've told you, it is basically controlled, dictated, and driven by the very beliefs, the very things that the society made us believe. My name is Benson Noma, and I'm bringing to you the roundtable. And I'm not alone in the studio. I have my co-hosts, and they are going to introduce themselves from right that end.
I am Judy Wilson.
Samira Moneili.
Thank you so much. So viewers, we hope that this discussion really becomes helpful to you, and it helps you understand exactly what goes on in the field of agriculture. Why is it that it seems like it's not being known and it's not trending? Is it that people are afraid of it? Is it that people don't talk about it? Is it that the system has blocked our very eyes from seeing it? So we hope that you're going to contribute to the discussion and that you're going to play part in it. Now I'm going to go back to my panel. Guys, yes, I'm really excited about the discussion today.
We're equally excited.
And towards the direction that we are going. And you see, as we were coming up with the entire show, it really got to me really much, thinking of, let's even start with the most basic things like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the things that are really trending there. I wouldn't say agriculture is not really trendy, because there are pages that you go to, they're dealing with agriculture, and sometimes when you post something kwa hiyo tu area agriculture, it seems to be trending quite sometimes, yeah? But usually you realize fashion is everywhere. Fashion is trending everywhere. Everyone is talking about fashion. Everyone is discussing fashion. And I want us to go deep into that. So maybe Judy, you can tell us, why is it that people would rather post their Gucci bags more than they would post their cabbages or their potatoes?
Here's the thing. Watu wanafikiria agriculture is boring. It's dirty. Hakuna mtu anataka kujieka kika matope kwa Instagram, for example. TikTok at least watu wameanza kujaribu, but you see it's so messy. As in, agriculture looks so messy. But sasa ukikuja kwa fashion, it's flashy, it's enhanced, it's yani unaifurahia tu ukiona mali yote huko. Unataka kuona ni nini anafanya, mbona anakaa hivyo, alianzaje. But for agriculture, yani utaki kuona tu mtu amevaa matope, utaki kujua like mbona anakaa hivyo. Uko so into huyu ametoka kwa shamba. Huyu ametoka kwa shamba huyu.
So the problem ni image yenye tumeportray huko nje. There's been that image yenye imetoka huko nje that agriculture is dirty, reckless, risky. And then maybe that brings me to the next thing that I don't know what Samira you're thinking about. Why is it that ni heri tuangalie Gucci, ni heri tuone hizi vitu zenye zina trend kwa social media apart from agriculture? Wewe unafikiria one of the reason ni kwa nini mbona hizo vitu ndizo zina trend sana?
Fashion. Well,
about the fashion, why is it that Gucci ndo ina trend kuliko agriculture?
Fashion.
Like why is everyone like anaona fashion ndo kila kitu kwetu? Fashion ndo ile kitu yenye inaturun. And you see, even as you come to think about it, I'm thinking most of us, unless those that are really focused on business, those are really focused on vitu na kujigrow na nini, the what we call the serious people, ama watiaji, wale watu wenye walikuanga wanaka mafala ama mamblena kwa classes, unless those people would go for expos za inaitwaje za agriculture, most of us would rather prefer kwenda za fashion. Ama I don't know, that is about me, I don't know about you, Judy.
Is the thing, fashion inakuanga imehypewa. Kukua na fashion hata UK, US, kila mtu hata kwa Kenya, you're so invested, unataka kuona alikuwa amevaaje, alikuwa amefanyaje. Ukiangalia tuseme hata tuko na agricultural shows hapa Kenya, utapata like si wengi wameattend, na more so si wengi wataenda kuview.
But it makes a lot of sense, because I'm thinking juzi tulikuwa kwa shamba, and I think I only posted one photo from that place.
You see?
And I'm trying to think if tulikuwa maybe that was Ngorongo Tea Factory, yeah? So I'm trying to think maybe if niliki fashion expo fulani,
ungetuma picha 50 tukisonganga.
Manze.
Alafu apps zote uko Instagram, uko TikTok, uko WhatsApp umepost kitu
video nini because niliangalia hadi za kina Samira hadi hakupost. Mimi nilipost moja ni picha huko nazo. Because niliangalia and I'm like ile ukweli tu ningekuwa KCC ningekuwa na videos kadhaa, ningekuwa na nini kadhaa. So it really makes a lot of sense. Fashion is really hyped.
Yes.
And it's not even about hyping. It goes back to what you're talking about, image. Everyone is thinking, how will people perceive me? And that brings me to the second question. Is it that people fear the soil or social media? What do people really fear? Is it the soil ndo wanaogopa watai kuchafuka na mchanga, ama wanaogopa perception ya social media nyina kama na wase?
Utaangalia huko chini, like tuseme wewe umevaa suti sahi, no, but uko na shamba yako mahali, au utatuonyesha kuwa kwa shamba, utatuonyesha kuwa kwa ofisi na suti.
Yeah, true. Definitely.
It's the image all together. At the same time, ni vile tumebrand agriculture in terms of hiyo kitu iko chini, like iko ile class fulani, so tumezi rank na classes.
Okay. So
watu wanaona ukipost ukiwa mchafu, people they won't focus more on you. Wataona sasa huyu ni
rada, watapita teke.
But ukitry to bring something good, fashion.
But I'm feeling pia ni kama trends zimeanza kuchange. Sometimes unapita hivi FB unapata picha iko na likes 1 million ya a certain grandma sijui akiwa wapi, a certain child sijui akiwa mchafu wapi.
It's because mina feel watu wapost na ile emia, look at this granny doing agriculture. When they post kama agriculture, when they post kama meme.
So ni about entertainment. But pia nimeangalia sometimes ukipost vitu na agriculture. I don't know if you guys have tried something on your social media, but kitu yenye iko kind of si common na watu sometimes unapata imepata ma likes hadi kama haitapata engagement, inapata to likes. Guys think,
but ukiangalia hiyo inapata likes ni mtu mwenye anafanya something unique,
similar with what you're doing,
or huyo mtu ni mtu ajazoea hiyo kazi, tuseme like a city girl ameenda go kulima, so anatuonyesha vlog yake akiwa kwa shamba,
and they paint like a one time thing they are doing.
Exactly. Hiyo utapata ile unaona
yeah sure.
But sasa tuseme unafanya content ya agriculture, leo umelima vitunguu, kesho umelima sijui nyanya, hiyo itapata like the same recognition.
Because I'm trying to look into that time whereby the social spaces zitakuwa na the right kind of reception for such things. Ile anaweza nikapost nikilima majani chai yangu and people can really follow me for my farming skills, and people be like, I really want to follow this person. But still we unaona watu sana nini wanaogopa kwa hii story yote, because sometimes uta realize mtu ako zile za unaona hadi ukiwa mashambani, unajua kumekuwa na hii perception when ushago. Nakumbuka hadi kuna sometimes tunatumianga kuchomeana
unajua ukipost vitu kama na
bedhe kadem kuitwa kienyeji manze ni tough.
Lakini mtu anataka hiyo lifestyle flash tuseme. Kuna mtu anataka kuwa zoshinja na kitu bora.
Tulikuwa tunaongea na Kev. Guys, Kev is our director kwa show. So tulikuwa tunaongea
kupronounce what mtu akwa like na ile lifestyle yenye iko pale tu iko juu.
But you see even the experts that we can rely on, even the models zenye tuko nazo, the role models wenye tunaweza tuka associate na wawe, you realize anything agriculture si futuristic. Unaona tu vitu futuristic ni vitu tech savvy, vitu futuristic ni vitu crazy about venye zinakaa, design, sleekness and stuff. unapata kama nyumba ni futuristic, si yenye imejaa nini. Though I remember the last time tukiwa kwa show kwa kwambia I'm starting to love what is happening in the real estate sector, whereby wameanza include greens and stuff, wanaonyeshana hiyo story ya incorporate plants, but basically still not agriculture. If you really look deeply into it, sio agriculture bado. So unapata msee ako mahali amekaa, yeye heri mumuue, lakini usimchukue hadi video akiwa huko. Because most of these folks wenye tunaona online, most of them, kila mtu maybe ako na kashamba hapo pake nje, kuna watu wenye wako na mashamba ocha, but we really don't get to the place of showing it to the people.
True.
So the biggest fear yenye na feel wase wako nayo ni hiyo perception ya social media. Like mse fulani atasema
ni judgment, unaogopa kujajua na hiyo perspective yeye. Wewe ni mkulima ama wewe ni mse ajui hiyo maisha ya town. Kila sijui for some reason kila mtu anataka kuwa associated na town. Na so na ni very few personnels utapata like ametoka town kwenda kuinvest kwa shamba like huko ushago, like umeamua sasa life yangu yote nafanya ukulima. Very few. Kila mtu anatoka ushago akienda town. Like umeinvest na hiyo angle.
Yeah, sure.
Poverty, yes.
Kwanza kuna hiyo perception ya farming ni poverty. Because honestly, even if we take a random survey with people and then ask them, would you rather be a fashion designer or a farmer? What do you think most people will say?
Designer.
Especially to them, to slay. Unauliza mse, mimi nataka kuwa fashion. Exactly. So unapata kuna hizo nini. And then I also think that agriculture really takes a huge chunk of your life, because you see agriculture requires a lot of attention, and that could also be one of the reasons. But I also want us to discuss, let's even leave the perception ya wase na nini. Let's discuss how many agriculture kind of farms or agricultural products do we see on billboards. Because I'm starting to think all the way from Thika driving through to Nairobi, from Nairobi driving through to Ngong, ukipita Karen, from Ngong hadi uende hadi Kikuyu, utoke hapo uende wapi. How many billboards will you see along just that way?
Very few. Ama ukose.
Those are the chances. Either hakuna, utapata kina KFC.
Exactly. Utapata KFC, sijui celebrities,
sijui Johnny Walker,
mashamba eka, sijui eka wapi Kamut.
Yes, but I'm also starting to think if then basi the problem could be the very people who should be giving us the models, our yuko hapo, because this is what happens, and this is what I believe, that any revolution, how it occurs when it comes to revolutions, it starts from the people who are really doing well in it giving us a model that we can look into na to admire. Unaget? Because if I cannot look into your model and then I get to admire it, then chances are I'm not going to walk in the path yenye uli walk nayo. Unaget? Some of us, most of the things yenye zili inspire some of us kuingia kwa media spaces, public spaces, was because of the people we grew up watching, and we are like, I would really love to be like this person. Sure. All right? Some of us even take time ku research hao watu, tusikize venye wanaongea, how they approach discussions, yeah? Because of the models. So, I don't know how you guys think these people could give us models, because I feel like it's an issue of publicity. Hakuna publicity, because there are farmers who are really doing well. Some of these people are really rich and they are doing quite well.
Unaona, tunapaswa kwanza na sisi wenyewe. Juu ukijiangalia, unaweza angalia like billboard ya mkulima na ukue excited, thrilled kujua na anapanda nini ama anauza nini.
Sahi, as at now I think I would be, as at now, but see, let me pay attention more. Kwanza unaona sahi kuna hii brand ya pombe imetoango kila mahali. I think hiyo ndo sasa inauza. Hiyo ndo inakula kwa barabara sahi juu. Kwanza wametumia colors very bright. I don't want to mention the brand because this is a live broadcast. Yeah. But I know you guys have seen it. Githurai, sijui wapi. Wameweka tu na imeongea sheng nini. And I'm like, yo, this thing is almost everywhere. Nimeenda through along Thika Road iko, Mombasa Road, Muthaiga. Zimejaa tu everywhere. Unaget? And I'm feeling like what we need to do more is to start making the space look more beautiful.
Yeah, iyo kubrand influencers. Iyo itatupea ile recognition we need kwa field ya agriculture.
And let's even be honest. Which one is really important? Because I feel like agriculture controls everything. Imagine a day without eating. Have you ever thought of that? And I know someone will say, I know viewers, kuna mwenye atasema, kwani kukula lazima nikule chakula yenye iko kwa shamba. In real sense, everything you partake,
imetoka kwa shamba.
Imetoka kwa shamba. Everything, whether ni mayai, whether ni mikate, whether ni nini, zilianza kwa shamba. Yes. And I'm feeling like also one of the things, I don't know, I would love to take quite of kind of different perspective when it comes to the why agriculture is not trending. And I would want to think of agriculture as a mother of many children. Okay?
Yes.
Such that everything trending, the mother is agriculture. For example, bread products, kuna brands mob sana za mikate ziko all over.
True.
Watu wenye wanauza sijui leather shoes. Tuko na actually a company in Kenya yenye basically it's known for leather shoes za black za watoto wa shule and stuff. Then wase wenye wanauza manguo. I don't know what you guys think, but I would also want to take kind of different perspective when it comes to thinking about agriculture and think of it as a mother that has given birth to a lot of children that are already trending. What do you guys think?
Kwa hiyo point yako, tume rely sana on the final product na atujangalia ile process. Especially mali zimetoka. Unajua umesema leather. Leather inatoka wapi? Kwa ngozi, sio? Tuanzie hapo ni ngozi ya nini? Then start from there. Even if tuta grow in terms of brand, influence.
Also in terms of production, I fully agree with you, Judy, because then if at all we do not get more people, I don't know, we were having a certain discussion about how we stand at danger of the production, the entire production, the agricultural products, kuku obsolete totally, because we don't have people to hand over to. Unaget Because hata mtoto wa mkulima hataki kuwa mkulima. Unaget? Hataki. Actually, the moment yenye msee anasema mamangu alikuwa mkulima na mimi naona nyumba, sasa that is success, ultimate success, which we cannot downplay it because it's success.
Ngoja like nuulize for example, tuko na student wawili hapa, sio? Na wanaishi ni student, wanaishi tuseme tu bedroom. Mmoja aseme babangu ni mkulima, my father is a farmer, my parents are farmers. Mwingine aseme my parents ni politician. Unajua utaangalia like huyu mwenye amesema mzazi wake ni farmer, ufikirie huyu hapana. Haizi pata huyu lazima ni wa baba mahali ama ameibia watu mahali, but your farming hajamfikisha hiyo level ya kuishi nyumba kama hiyo.
Yeah, true. There are chances like that. And then pia you see the problem with the society that we live in, it dictates what's right, what's wrong, what's valuable, what's not valuable, what is fancy, what is not fancy. Because some of the things that we call important, they're not really important. I'm trying to think some of the things that are really trending. As it makes sense. You look at them and you're like, yo, chill. This thing, in a kind of trend, but is it really?
Why?
It makes sense. You look at certain, avoid to mention names, some brands, but sometimes you look at them and you're like, yeah. There is more important to life than this. All right? There are things more bigger to life
also
than...
we idolize the wrong things to be right.
And you know ni shida tu ya society, because pia nitakwambiaje, if you want to control any generation, you really don't need to dictate them in any way ama kuwa force. Just need to change their perceptions about things and ensure that they change their focus from the important things to the useless things in life. Unaona sisemi hadi hizo zina trend si zote useless, they are also equally cool, because if at all fashion is trend, I wouldn't get a good suit, I wouldn't get a good maybe tie, a good shoe. You wouldn't get all these things, all right? They are really good for living. But if you can get to that point whereby we balance it and we lay emphasis on the things that are really important, because this is the hand that really feeds us. Why do we like assume it? Unaona, indo ile hand yenye to feed. And I feel like this is a call for the young people wenye wako huko nje, that if all of the young people, if you're getting involved kwa anything about farming, you're getting involved with anything around agriculture, maybe it's time that we start publicizing it. Unaona, ndio tunaweza tukaanza hashtag.
Alafu tukumbuke like si wote hatuwezi kuwa like fashionistas, influencers, brand ambassadors. Like twende kwa field zingine, tukue kila mahali. That's how like revolve, tutasonga tu.
Kama in a friend circle, unachagua you're a farmer. Teacher. Like that.
Hatuwezi kuwa picky in that perspective.
Not picky. You know your friends cycle. Uwezi kuwa tina huyu yeye ni wadunda, wewe uko shule, wewe you can try to make friends
pia na wakulima, because you become an average as well. You become an average of the people you hang around with. So most of us tunataka kuhang out na masoshi.
Exactly. Exactly.
Judy akienda pale TikTok akitengeneza content, aim yake ni usoshi, hakuna kitu ingine. So I also feel like the company yenye tuna keep it's really key. And then this idea ya modernization of life equals to being an office.
You know that tuache kuandamine like agriculture.
Sure.
Hata tuseme hivyo vile unasema like kwa timu yako kukuwa na yule mkulima, unajua ataangaliwa like in another ka angle like wewe au fiti class yetu. Juu sisi tunavaa like hizi suit polished. Na wewe tu kwa hapo in your gumboots ama in your overalls. So like tuache kuandamine your agriculture. Like tunaweza kuwa level moja but si wote tuko na different nini.
But also people should know in farming they put food on the table. Fashion put style on the runway. So tunafaa kuconsider both sides.
Tuko na hiyo balance.
Tuko na hiyo judgmental ati juni farmer or
and then pia ama pia we can do this. Wase wenye wako kwa fashion basi watusaidie kufanya family
kaifit.
Nilikuwa
nataka kusema ni aje tunaweza merge hizo vitu mbili.
Exactly. Mse mwenye wako kwa fashion
attires for going to the farm.
Unaweka nini mzuri?
Pale farming unaingia live na anaona
ni
poa.
Nini unakuwa na overall rugged ama ya combato unaona?
Ama hizi brands kubwa za manguo
zianze kutengeneza nini
za farming.
Yes. And then pia let me also that one can come to the question of I really history ya kupackage. Branding is a really key thing, True. And I feel like mostly the food you eat is not branded. Unless you're eating from a franchise kama kina KFC and stuff. Most of them are not branded. So it becomes also really hard for you to make it trendy or flashy as you might want it to be. But we have also seen that the culture ya food vlogging and blogging imekuwa ikiendelea sana. People are now starting to show us the food. But I feel like we should take a few steps backward to the process, the story.
Exactly. Tuanze chini. Like unajua watu wanataka kuona food like process ya kupika chakula. Like umekuja na hii food inakaa flashy, unaona? Again ni flashy. Na iko na ile hype fulani.
Yes.
But hatujaingia vizuri kwa shamba. Like una produce aje mchele yako ama chips before zikufikie imefika aje hapo. Hiyo process ya kupanda viazi, kuvuna, una package aje viazi zako.
Sure.
Viazi gani zenye zinapika chips na ni gani zenye hazipiki.
Yes, exactly. And then maybe to our viewers, maybe as we prepare to go for a short break, as we are preparing to go for a short commercial break, I would want you to go thinking, how does fashion really speak to identity? And how does food speak to identity or does not speak to identity? Because I also feel like it can be a discussion around identity. Because unajua there is a certain way you will wear and we identify you with something. And there is a certain way you will wear and we identify you to someone. Unaget Yes. And then there is a time kwa food usually kwangi uko wase sometimes hawakwangi uko about identity yako. Unless sasa ikuwe ni story na fork and knife. Utakwambia ni mshamba, hujui kushika fork, hujui inafaa iwe kwa side gani. So I don't know, viewers, maybe you can be thinking about how it really speaks to how it speaks to your identity, how fashion speaks to your identity, and how food does also speak to your identity. As we are looking into that, I don't know, maybe to conclude on the same thing yenye tuko tunaongelea about fashion, merging the two. I think that we should really try to come up with that balance whereby we meet, okay? Kama ni brand ya fashion, wacha watu waonyeshe venye walifika. Hapo ndo hii bag ni sawa, it's an animal print na inakaa fiti. Ulitoa wapi hii ngozi? Let's know the story before you show us the glory, so that also we can appreciate the very foundations of where that thing came from to the place whereby it is.
Yeah, na through that tunajua watakuwa wana market the farmers, the farms. So tunajua nikitaka kitu kama hii nitaipata kwa shamba fulani, nitapata kwa mkulima fulani. And that way our farmers watakuwa wanachipuka na tuta grow like.
Yeah, perfectly. So our viewers, as we are taking a short commercial break, I want you to go thinking exactly what speaks to you when it comes to agriculture and fashion. How does your identity get altered or basically detailed or defined by either agriculture or by the fashion? All right, so we're back after a short break. Don't change, don't go anywhere. We're coming back.
Kipindi kinachoangazia safari za wakulima na vikundi vya ushirika vinavyovuka mipaka ya mabadiliko na mafanikio. Tunaangazia namna wanavyopambana na changamoto na safari ya maendeleo, ubunifu, mafanikio na kuleta mabadiliko katika jamii. Usikose kuungana nami Judy kila siku ya wiki kutoka saa 3 usiku hadi saa 4. Mkulima Bora, kipindi kinachoangazia safari za wakulima na vikundi vya ushirika vinavyovuka mipaka ya mabadiliko na mafanikio. Tunaangazia namna wanavyopambana na changamoto na safari ya maendeleo, ubunifu, mafanikio na kuleta mabadiliko katika jamii. Usikose kuungana nami Judy kila siku ya wiki kutoka saa 3 usiku hadi saa 4.
It's time to pause, reflect and talk. Welcome to the Evening Tea Talk, a relaxed and insightful show where we dive into farming trends, government policies, and powerful conversations with experts shaping the future of agriculture, from market shifts to new regulations. We unpack the issues that matter most to the farmers, to entrepreneurs, and to every student aspiring to be an agripreneur. I am your host, Benson Numa, and every evening on Chai TV, I'll be guiding you through honest conversations, fresh insights, and bold ideas of our warm cup of tea. So pour a cup, take a seat, and join the talk. This is the Evening Tea Talk, where experts meet you with data, insights,
Our viewers, welcome back, and I hope that you're really getting to learn a lot and you're getting to understand a lot when it comes to agriculture, its space and its position into your daily life. What really defines the way that you live, what really defines the way that you see life, and what really actually matters for you. Because when you look around you, uta realize everything is controlled by agriculture, everything is influenced by agriculture, and all that you put your mind to do is influenced still back to agriculture. So agriculture is really the backbone when it comes to the survival of human beings, when it comes to the survival of industries. This is the backbone. This is where we rely on. This is where we get the strength, the energy, and the power to keep on producing more and more. So this is a clarion call to every one of you. Let's make agriculture as trendy as it should be. Now, let's go back to our discussion. I don't know what you've been thinking over the break, but as I had asked you prior to us coming back after the short break, was how does agriculture shape your identity, and how does fashion shape your identity? And I'll be taking the discussion back to my team. Right, guys. Now, agriculture, fashion. First, let's start with fashion. Fashion imekuwa ndo ina define identity, I would say, for the longest. Yes? So, fashion defines who you are, the people you hang around, and the way that we perceive you. Kuna sometimes hadi tunaweza tukakujadi hapa hivi unasikia nimekwambia kitu kama leo unakaa funny ama leo unakaa fiti, all right? Unaget because of the way that the fashion that you've put on, the grooming that you have gone around, all right? Okay? But still, I want us to look at that, how that affects, and also how does agriculture create identity for people. Because the way that I see agriculture, it is a shaper of culture. It gives us a shape, an identity, a root, a beginning of where we are coming from. So I will throw the discussion back to you guys, to Judy, and then maybe we can start from you, coming to Samira, how agriculture really defines identity and how we can make that merge in a way that it will also be embraced by the society. Yes.
So talking of agriculture shaping identities, nile tunaiweka tuanze first, like generally inatupa ile identity ya poverty na class ya chini.
Okay.
Hiyo ni for starters. But now it's about time to shift your perspective.
Sure.
Like equal, like a farmer can be a rich person. But ukiangalia nowadays, people are so proud of your farming.
Yeah, sure, you don't need to be poor to be a farmer.
Exactly. Unapata mtu tajiri tu ako so proud, anasema mimi niko na acre sijui ngapi za shamba, niko na ng'ombe kadhaa. So inakupa hiyo identity ya something good
can come out of agriculture. All right, perfect. And actually also to get to a point whereby we get to realize agriculture, it doesn't limit you from being anything you want to be.
True.
We are looking at a country whereby the president really prides into being an agricultural kind of a guy.
Nasema alianza kuuza kuku from
yes, so we all agree it has its own benefits and it's really making people. And as I can look into Africa, actually, as I'm looking right now where we are standing to where we are going, I think agriculture should be the sector that will be making a lot of big kind of cashy people, right? Or say very wealthy, very rich. Also, fashion has its own potential when it comes to Africa. I also feel like we have not fully explored fashion, especially African fashion, to a point. We are people of color. We love colors, we love designs and stuff. Now, that's a discussion for another day about fashion. But in agriculture, I feel like there is a lot of potential to redefining how agriculture can make you, how it will make you, and how it's going to define where you're going. All right? And it becomes like tuache kuiona kama to a background to make money, but also as a sense of responsibility to our own culture, as some sense of patriotism to where we are coming from. Because we came from agriculture. That is where our country has been founded. Everything we see, the development that we can look at, they have all been built on the foundations of this agriculture. True. We look at the developments in infrastructure, developments kwa area electricity, wherever it is that they are going. We check back in time, we date back in time, and where we are coming from is from agriculture. And one thing that I believe is that if you kill the source of anything, you kill that thing. So the only way, I think it's about even the institutions, the schools, the colleges, the people, the public spaces, social media and stuff, to start allowing people to understand that actually if we are to think of the revolution, we start right from agriculture. You remember even to study evolutions, the industrial revolutions and stuff. We start from, was it agrarian?
Agrarian revolution.
Yes, you tell me agriculture and stuff, the way that agriculture ilianza, follows and stuff. You see?
Yes,
that is where the akina Mesopotamia comes in. Sikumbuki fiti. Viewers, sijui kama nyinyi mnakumbuka history yenyu. Mimi, it's been really long, but I truly loved history.
Tumetoka shule kitambo.
Yes, I truly loved history. So, nakumbukanga unaonanga ile yenye unaweza kukaa hivi and then you're like nimekumbuka kitu fulani. Kaliko kwa history. Yes, I cannot fully tuko tunaitangaje kwa shule. Uwezo ukaplace hiyo dondo proper penye inafaa kuwa. But you can recall hii kitu ilikuanga kwa agriculture, so the same thing. So I can recall as tulikuwa tunasoma revolution. I think this should be the first revolution we learned about agricultural revolution, the agrarian. And then tukaendelea from there, so we came to the industrial revolution in the 18th. Then we came to the technological evolution that was taking place after 1950s, after the World War and stuff. Then sai tuko kwa revolution in information and data and all of those things.
Unaona tukiongelea story na revolution ya agriculture, I feel in terms of grow agriculture ama brand agriculture, kitambo unajua zile myth fulani, si myth, zilikuwa zinaitwa
misconceptions.
Unajua chukua tunaona sijui kuna wale homo sapien si wali hawako najua like food
sure.
wali invent ama wali discover pole in that way unajua vitu bado zinasonga. Tuachane na hiyo perspective ya vitu zenye wali discover juu tuna consume whatever they found out, whatever they have been consuming over the years. So vile miaka inasonga pia sisi tunaweza study something, a plant or something, tunajua hii inaweza kuwa edible in food. Tunaipea hiyo influence.
Lakini like, si generation yetu imekama up na a lot of plants edible.
Achana na hizo. Tunataka kitu kila mtu anaweza consume, mtoto ana consume, mtu mzima, mtu mzee anaweza consume at the same time.
Wow.
Sasa unajua tushakuwa settled, tushaamua like viazi zinapandwa hivi zinakaa hivi. Hatukuji na something new yenye watu watakuwa excited na madrid kujua hii kitu inaweza kuliwa, hii kitu inaweza fanywa hivyo.
Actually that takes me to the next step about viewing agriculture as a craft, because it's truly a craft.
True.
Farmers are also designers in their own way.
Yes.
There is a way that they design life, they design things, okay? Kama kitambo niliona mpaka sasa kuna crossbreed ya farasi na punda.
Okay, ni sawa. I agree with you. Pa sasa tusiende tuka create aliens kuja to consume at the end of the day.
But farmers can farming can also be a craft.
Yeah. True.
That can be really trending.
True.
Tukianza ku come up na what you're saying, like really revolutionary kind of perceptions, undertakings zinahusu agriculture. Tuweza tukaamua tuzalishe chai na kahawa and then tuone tuta create nini hapo katikati. Stuff like that. So farming can also be approached as a craft.
Yes.
It is a craft.
Definitely it is a craft.
Talking of the same, umeona watu vile tukua tuna maji history ya agriculture na fashion, umeona watu wana create manguo na leaves.
Yes, nimeona kwanza kwa hizi fashion expos and stuff, wase wako na hiyo red carpet, just something runways za fashion.
I've also seen a lot
Na
of
viatu.
models. They do that.
Mpaka ma models kwa social
Even
media
Sisal
wanaeka na Sisal and stuff. I just think the thing should be in business it's what we call marketing, and marketing revolves around communication, and communication revolves around messaging a certain kind of a factor. Okay, so instead of us looking at it as just fashion, we should look at it as someone trying to say that, hey guys, agriculture is really a backbone and a great factor when it comes to the field of fashion. I think it's about the messaging, because agriculture has been put out there quite well. You remember the point yenye nilikuwa nawaambia about I view agriculture as a mother of many children, and the children are really trending. So it's about messaging the whole process so that it doesn't seem like the children are all that matters, and then we forget about the mother, where it's the source of everything.
Na tukiangalia hivyo lazima kwanza to make sure, sasa nataka kupose swali kwenu. Ni aje tutafanya watu waanze kufanya hizi shughuli? Ni aje tuta influence watu waanze watch wasio agriculture, kuweka hizo billboards wa consume agriculture in that angle, like deeply evil.
All right. So I feel like the first thing that we should be doing as we are checking our comment section, maybe Judy, you will be the one who will be answering from the comment section some of the comments that we are getting from viewers and some of the questions you can check through the live. So when it comes to the way that we are going to approach, the way yenye tuta approach how tuta influence watu waanze kudeal na agriculture, wase waanze kukubali agriculture, I think the first thing should be us modeling it. Venye tu nilisema, let's create models, okay? People who are really committed to showing the world this is what we do and this is what we are really good at, right? That should be number one. Then number two, getting these people to do it so well. You see, excellence has a way of attracting people. You know that if you do something with a lot of excellence, if you communicate excellently, if you dress excellently, if you do certain things in an excellent way, by default you attract people. Okay, so we need people who be doing agriculture in an excellent way. That starts from the way that they brand the farm. That starts from the way that they brand their logos, the way that they brand their entire thing.
Okay,
right?
as much as tunataka kuzibrand hivyo, how about a child raised in Nairobi, ama a teenager in the university who has never been to a farm?
Okay, now for those ones, I think ni ile discussion yetu tulikuwa nayo juzi. I don't know about you, Samira, that we were saying for you to participate in agriculture or for you to embrace agriculture, you really don't have to be a farmer. Yes, you don't need to get dirty. There are people who are doing agriculture at a higher level. You remember tuliongelea value chain ya agriculture, whereby we said agriculture on a value chain is different. That you can be on the lowest side whereby you're the producer, you could be the one who is processing, you could be the one who is doing blah, 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 okay? So I feel like the best way that we can go about it is to encourage them that even if wewe uingi kwa shamba, even if hauna shamba ujoi kwa shamba, there is something that you can do about agriculture. And then we have a lot of revolution going on. Tuko na zile verticals, tuko na floating, tuko na gani ingine ina really in a trend when it comes to agriculture. So you really don't need to be in the farm. Okay, you can do a lot.
Okay, naona kuna mtu mmoja amecomment anasema how about tuanze kupea watoto wetu wavae gumboot na aprons.
Actually, I think it's a good idea. I don't know why. I think it's a good idea for some reasons.
I see CBC is trying to...
Yes, CBC is trying to kind of integrate that. Sindio, because...
Here, it's bringing, but not a lot of children are going for that.
So, you know...
I think also us as parents, we should...
Make it look good.
Yeah.
That is the point. You see, the model should make this thing really look good. That is the point. Let's make it look good to our children. Let's make it look good to the society. Let's make it look good to the Gen Z, the Gen Alphas, the Gen... whoever. Let them all find it to be looking really good. Unaona, that is where it starts. Because I feel like if right now a child at 3 years ataambiwa va gumboot, va apron, kesho ni siku ya shamba. That child, in one way or the other, you see, most of the people who really hate her, let me be honest. Growing up, I grew up with my grandma. Then at some point, she moved to Nairobi. So unaona sasa ame moved to the city. I'm born and bred in in town, all right? So nimegrow in town, nilikuwa naeka na shosha kio Ocha. Sasa na ametoka Ocha, now ako Nairobi, ako city. Una get? So, and I'm going there. And I remember when I was young, I was asking myself, nitafunga lini niende Ocha kwa shosh. Una get? Then all of a sudden, that is, I'm like 4-5 years there, all right? Now I'm around, I think, 8-9 years there. I was, I think, stud 3. So now I start being like, nataka kwenda Nairobi. And so I go to Nairobi. By the time niko stud 6, nasikia mse anaongelea agriculture na clinch at that idea. I'm like, yo, ya nini? Kwani wewe ni mshamba? Una get? So it's about creating the models, because most of the people who have the wrong perception when it comes to agriculture is because they have not interacted with it one-on-one. So later on when I was, you remember leo tukiwa kwa control room, there is something you had asked me about whether naweza nikaanzisha an agribusiness. Yeah. And I told you this is something that I have interacted with prior. So later on ndo nikaanza kwenda kwa shamba, naanza kufuata mabeshte, and then naona idea ya kuweka makuku ni fiti, idea ya kupata avocado ni fiti, idea ya kuchukua vitunguu na peleka kwa soko ni fiti. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So it all starts with the models, because most of the people, the reason is to agencies wengi wapendi kilimo, wamelelewa tao. Umse anajua tu msanii kubanju na nini. Unamwambia
hata ukiangalia not only the born raised in Nairobi ama kwa cities, pia wenye wako ushago, like wako so in denial, like una feel like
mimi mshamba, utaikuwa mshamba.
Like unakuwa like associated na let for example to say you have cousins from Ushago na wale wa town, si ndio like in a family gathering. Unajua mtaseparatiwa. Watu wa Ushago kwa ile tent fulani, watu wa Nairobi kwa ile tent nyingine. So ina feel like hiyo kugroup watu na hizo categories imefanya pia watu wenye wanafanya agriculture huko Ushago ina feel like ni kitu mbaya.
Exactly. And then as Judy, as you keep on giving us questions from the comment section,
yes.
check our comment section. Sai kuna swali yenye imeingia.
Someone is saying we should try to partner with influencers to showcase agri-lifestyles. There are so many. I'm trying to read the short ones. Inge anasema promote day in the life content from modern farmers. Yeah. Your side.
Kuna mwingine anasema vile tunataka kuinfluence like agriculture. What if Rihanna farmed? Ni watu wangapi watarudi kulima?
A lot of people.
How influential is it?
Simply because Rihanna is doing.
Watu wengi watafanya.
Tukwe na wenye wanaangalia in nini. Judy, I will be wanting you to go to our page right now. Our page enda kwa page yetu Facebook. So we have a question there, and so that you can also address it. So guys, as we are concluding, as we're getting ready to conclude, keep on asking us questions kwa comment section, through our different pages, DMs and stuff, so that we can be able to answer your question, whether ni Facebook, whether ni YouTube. Keep on asking the questions and keep bringing them in. Now, when it comes to your story ya mtoi kama what will I say, like mtoi kuvaa gumboots na kwenda kwa nini, I feel like it's a good idea. You know why? Because the moment that mtoi amejua si lazima nikuwe mshamba ndo niende nini, si lazima nikuwe mshamba ndo nilime, in town naweza nikafanya ABCD, it becomes really easy for me to go around it. Okay?
So kuna swali from Kelvin anasema, what are the biggest challenges facing farmers and agricultural sectors today, and what do you think we as farmers and Kenyans in general should do to curb it?
The biggest challenges zenye zina affect farmers
in terms of quite topic yetu ya discussion.
One of the thing is the esteem. That is one of the biggest challenge that is holding them back from showcasing what is going on.
Yes.
Then the second thing that I think, to me, I don't know you guys what you're thinking about the challenges that are going on. Another challenge could be the publicity kind of media that we give them, all right? The medium of publicity. How many people are willing to go to the farmer and really publicize that thing a lot, okay? And then number 3 could be lack of knowledge for the field, such that someone believes that I just need to be a farmer. I really don't need to be an influencer, all right? Or I just need to do my thing, feed my children, send them to school, or make my money. I really don't need to showcase it. Number 4, another problem could be how I was say wenyewe wenye wanafanya hivyo. Some of them are like, we are making a lot of money, we don't want people to know.
Wanafichilia information,
yes,
which is so bad. Unaficha alafu nini sasa?
Exactly.
So
exactly. Those are some of the challenges. But for solutions, still we go back to the challenges. Watch our say what they are doing.
At the end of the day, me I will stand with that one point. Main challenge is perception. The way we perceive agriculture generally, like for the poor, for our watu wa class ya chini. Like hiyo ndio like ni mistake nayo sana. Tukiachana na kufikiria hivyo, everything ita grow too smooth. Na kila mtu ata feel like it's so good for field agriculture.
Yeah, definitely. And so guys, keep on bringing in the question, keep on commenting. What are some of the topics that you don't want us to discuss? Remember, this is the round table, and we'll be bringing it to you every day from 11 a.m. through to 12 p.m. to ensure that you get to learn about the trends, the discussions, the debates, and the heated kind of agreements zinaendelea huku nje that will help you become a better person, more informed. And also, as unafikiria kuingia into agriculture, it will be really easy for you because these discussions will be aimed at you. So we will really appreciate your feedback as we continue with our discussion. Keep on giving us the feedback. Keep on sending us questions. Keep on suggesting topics you want us to bring to you. We are here for you. We are here to bring you exactly what you need. Nyinyi ndo wase wenye mnaongea, nyinyi ndo wadosi hapa. So you're the ones who have to ask us and tell us what exactly do we want us to discuss. Maybe it's a cliche out there, maybe it's a myth out there, maybe it's a misconception out there. Whatever it is, we tuulize, si tutakuletea, tuende tufanye research, tutaongea na experts na tutakuletea majibu yako yote here every weekday. Again, I repeat, 11 a.m. through to 12 p.m. is the round table. So guys, as we conclude, right? Let's get ready to conclude. Now, as we are planning to conclude this discussion, I want us to kind of dive into the discussion about in town, all right? Try to see this picture whereby we have town farms. We really don't need to say nimeenda ocha juu ya mashamba, all right? Tuko na mashamba tao, maybe ma rooftop. There is this time nilikuwa, I don't know how true the study is, so I will not mention the countries, but there are two, really located into very arid areas. It's just a report I was going through, They look like deserts, but I'm told that kwa hiyo report walikuwa nasema that these countries wanaendanga wamenunua mpaka mchanga na ndege wanakuja wanamwaga. All right? So and these countries, I'll shock you, they are countries you people know, and they are among the best suppliers when it comes to fruits and vegetables. Both of them, two countries, one in Africa, one in the Middle East, that is Asia, right? Two of them, And they are really doing well. So I want you guys to start thinking. Imagine a future whereby the skyscrapers, hiyo tu yote kule juu tumepiga irrigation scheme, then mchanga imekam na imemwaga huko na tuko na shamba hapo juu. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
It's a brilliant idea. Like tuache kufikiria like hatuwezi fanya agriculture mali yote. Like tukue diverse kwanza in towns, in big cities like this. Kwanza ita-easen maisha yetu na itakuwa easier kuaccess hizo vitu.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to ask you guys 2 questions only and then we close the show. All right? Number 1, I'll start with Samira. Samira, if you were to change kwako na kwako, so the question mnajibu mkiwa wawili, so kila mtu anako na jibu yake. If you are only to change one thing kwa agriculture, if you were to do, umepewa power ya kufanya one thing kwa agriculture, that will make it really trendy for people, that will make it look really good, what is one thing that you would do in agriculture?
That will make people
like waipende ama ijulikane, umepewa tu your power, whether ni through media, whether ni kitu utaamua kupanda, whether ni sheria utapitisha, what is it?
In my side, I'll try to make it fun. Like, na enjoy kufanya. Si ati nafanya for what people to see. I make it look fun. Maybe, unajua watu napenda vitu za mchezo, kuliko vitu za serious. So, nikifanya kama mchezo, inaweza maybe vutia mtu mwingine.
Yeah, definitely.
No, hiyo time anaona ni mchezo, by the time ana realize atakuwa amefanya something reasonable with it.
Okay, I won't contribute. Guys, these are not my views. These are not our views. These are personal contemplations about agriculture, all right? Judy, to you.
Maybe ningetaka like add on what Samira says in terms of to make agriculture fun. How about tunakuwa na contest za farmers?
Okay.
Tuseme tuna compete between mwenye ana plow na ile ngombe. Sindio zikiplow na mwenye anatumia machine. Competition healthy kama hizo.
Okay.
Ama competition za vegetables, easy brands like vitu kama hizo unazi-engage hivyo, watu watakuwa like curious kuona okay ni gani na work better, which product is better than the other.
All right. Perfect. Guys, we will be concluding the show in the next 3 minutes. But for my side, I think if I was to do one thing in agriculture, nitatengeneza app. I remember this idea tulikuwa tuna discuss with one of my really good friends. And tulikuwa tuna discuss about an application whereby iko na familia kila kitu. So, hiyo application ukiwa place kama Kiambu inakusaidia kugrow kahawa, inakusaidia kugrow tea, all right? Then ukiwa kama Mombasa inakusaidia, you get it? So kila region kama ni Kisumu uko na fish farming. You see that is to popularize agriculture kwa hawa wetu. Then kwa hiyo app still to create kuna certain days zetokwanga na butter trade, showcasing days. So unaweza kaenda kwa market kwa app yako. I don't know you guys whether you have seen those whereby unaweza kaenda kwa market, you sell yours, then ufanye nini, then we can integrate it na vitu kama ma Bitcoin. So as you're selling, as you're mining, as unacheza game nika una mine, then unaenda unafanya exchange. Ukifanya exchange you can get products in return ama coins in return. That is my thinking. That is what I would do, all right?
Also, social media like kama platforms kubwa kama hizi tunaweza involve like farmers. Like uko na product yako unataka kuisell out, kuja tukuadvertise like tuonyeshe unafanya nini. So watakuwa like okay, hivi ndivyo kitu inapandwa. So kuna mtu mali atakuwa curious like anataka kupanda kitu kama hiyo yenye ameona kwa TV. So hiyo ku market like unajitokeza si ku feel like inferior.
Oh yeah, by the market your products really well.
Jitokeze.
Okay, perfect. The last question, this one, answer it in just one statement. If you were to make one law.
One law.
Law, yes, compulsory. For every, just one law that affect agriculture, what would that law be?
One law that affect agriculture?
Yes, just one.
You're ni tricky. Let's see.
Assume uko kwa gava ama ni prezo, kesho wamke wewe ni prezo, ama uko kwa Ministry of Agriculture and umeanza kupitisha policies. What is one thing that you would suggest?
Maybe everyone to have a farm.
Najua nyewezi waka afford.
Kutakuwa na solutions for everyone. But ikuwe like kitu compulsory.
Lazima unapanda kitu. Wewe hadi kani maua utapanda kwa nyumba panda.
Like umesema in case niko kwa government, ndio tuna find ways to generate revenue. So kila mtu akuwa na farm, unajua kila mtu akiwa mkulima in one or the other kutakuwa na pesa inatoka tu mahali.
Definitely.
So maybe naona vile shule ni compulsory but kila mtu akuwe mkulima mahali. Si lazima ukuwe like na big farm ama wanyama.
Hata si lazima ulime nini. Weka hadi pet moja.
Like ukuwe na kitu tu wenye inaweza generate kitu.
Alright. Perfect. Hadi kama ni kuku inatoa mayai.
Hizo ni pesa.
To you, Samira, as we conclude.
Tupa taxes.
To you, Samira, as we conclude the show.
Farmers organizations to advocate.
So what would be compulsory? So what law would you make in regard to that? Yeah, associations, because I can see we already have organizations and communities that are already doing that. So we are talking of one law that is not there that you would think ningekuwa farmer ndo ile law yenye ningekuwa mahali na nataka kumeka law yenye inahusu farmers ndo law yenye ningefanya. And as you're thinking about it, to our viewers, pia wewe fikiria if you were to make one law, kama wewe ni youth ama ni nini, if you were to make one law.
Nataka kupose like a swali to everyone. Nikiweza make a law yenye na suggest like every product, tuseme kama ni mayai zikuwe like of the same price, kama ni ng'ombe zikuwe price moja,
could drive
inaweza grow like agriculture in our country inge grow.
Okay, to some extent it will encourage some and it will discourage some, but tumesema hizi ni contemplations, ni maoni, ni opinions. All right, so mimi if I was to make one law na ikuwe compulsory kwa field ya agriculture, wow, nilikuwa nayo kwa kichwa, sijui kwenye imeenda, tumeongea ikaenda. But I know what I would have made compulsory. I would have made it compulsory for each and every farmer to ensure that wamekuwa trained. It's better hadi tuifanye ikuwe free. Tutafute agents wetu to be trained to do agriculture professionally and apewe hadi kama ni ka certificate. That one, ita change perception ya wase farmers ni watu wajasoma. 2, our farmers wataacha kufanya farming kiundudho. 3, watajua trends and opportunities zenye ziko huku nje. Becomes really easy. To you, our viewer, I don't know what you would have made compulsory, but let's allow Samira tell us what she would have made compulsory, and then we close the show.
At this point,
comment section.
On the comments,
wewe tupe low, wacha Judy tupe comments.
On my side,
tupe low moja yenye ungemake.
I don't know at the moment.
Hauna low. Tupe a comment section.
Kuna mwenye na suggest like ilo ikuwe compulsory like everyone. Ukijoin shule tu hivi kwa syllabus the same as mathematics kukuwe na agriculture.
But that makes a lot of sense. Kama Kenya tuko na land. Kuna huko Turkana, we cannot say ati sijui ati it's a desert. Tuko na Garissa ijaguzwa, tuko na Lodwar, tuko na Marsabit, tuko na Kilifi, tuko na kuna utu nini in the coast, tuko na quite some places zenye zijaguzwa. Northeastern tuko na a number of them. Hizo zote
hadi Central Kenya as much as Ladiko kuna places mingi utapata like ni mashamba kubwa but nothing
sure.
Inaendelea huko, so
mtoto wa kule agriculture so
asome kama hesabu
aende asukume. So guys, it was really a pleasure to have you guys on the show. It was really pleasant to have you. Till next time, this was the round table. I was your host Benson Numa with my co-host.
I was Judy Wilson. Till next time.
Till next time, see you same place, same time. Cheers.